Right, this one is called Handling Data, and it's lesson number 13. So what we do, we have a table, and we've got points, and we have the frequency like we did before, and this time we have something called CF, and CF is cumulative frequency. And what we're going to do is draw a cumulative frequency graph from the information we're given in the table. There's things to work out. So this is discrete data, which is separate, which we count. So let's have a look at, I don't know, some people are doing something where they get various numbers of points, 8, 9, 10. So we can go up to 10 points, and we get the frequency, 1, 3, 12, 16, 19, 21, 17, 11, 6 and 2. Now, what we do with the cumulative frequency is we're working out interquartile range, really, and we're also working out percentage of people that say scored more than 5 points or something, or less than 3 points. So those are the main questions, but we have to go through quite a bit of working out to get there. Now, cumulative frequency, accumulating, is just adding up the frequency as we go along. So we get 1, 4, and 12 makes 16, don't they? Yeah, 12 is 16, and 32, and 51, and 72, 89, 100, 106, and 108. So the largest number we have is 108. So we need to do our scale, start constructing our cumulative frequency. So we're going to go all the way down there, and we'll do another one across, leaving a bit of space there so that we can actually write down what we're doing. Right, now, so on the left is the cumulative frequency. And because we go up to 108, we need to start filling this in, and I'm just going to do it in tens so that we get everything to fall into place. 50, 60, 70. It may be such that the scale that you're drawing is going to be different, so you're going to try and spread the scale out to fill everything up. So that seems to be fine. Cumulative frequency on the left, and down the bottom we've got the number of points that were possible to score. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, what we do is we use the points and the cumulative frequency for our coordinates. So 1 point is 1. 1 point is 1. So we're going to go down there. 2 points is 4. Not really moving very much. 3 points is 16. 4 is 32. 5 is 51. 6 is 72. And it does creep up. They give you nice numbers. 7 is 89. 8 is 100. 9 is 106. And 108. And we should, if you'll get everything in the right place, let's change the colour to join them up, is construct a curve and try and go nicely through all of these things, which is not really what I'm doing, but a bit wobbly. Nicely through all of these things so you get a large S shape. So we're going to work out the interquartile range. Now the easiest way to do that is take the 108 divided by 2, which is 54. Now 54 is here, 54, and that's our median. Now we don't actually need the median, but it helps us find the lower quartile. So the lower quartile is going to be 54 divided by 2, 27. 27. 27 is our lower quartile, 27. Now if you add 27 and 54 together, you get something or other. Get 80, 80, 50, 60, 70, 81. So 81 there, 81 is our upper quartile. So adding these two together, that's why we do the median and the lower quartile, because this is a quarter of the way up and the upper quartile is 3/4 of the way up. So now to work out the interquartile range, you go from here to there, and depending on how neat you do this is how accurate you're going to be. They will allow you a little bit either way. And let's go down to the bit. Near enough. Near enough. So now it's the interquartile range of the points. So it's the difference between this one and this one. So I reckon that is 3.9. That one there, 3.9. And this one is 6.7. 6.7 is the upper quartile, 6.7. So the interquartile range is the difference between these. So that's right. 2.8. Yeah. 2.8. There you go. So that's that one, interquartile range. So this is a cumulative frequency graph. So let's copy that and do another one down below and paste that one in there. It's difficult to see the cursor in the sunshine, but don't complain about the sunshine. Right, let's do another one of these with discrete data again, and so we'll use points, and this time we'll just go up to 8 because we're getting the hang of it now. 5, 6, 7, 8, and the cumulative range, the frequency 3, 5, 8, 15, 18, 10, 6, and 2. And the cumulative frequency is 3 and 5 make 8, and 16, 31, 49, 59, 65, and 60. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that I'll just make a tweak to that so that I end up with 3. So I end up with 68, an even number for my total. So let's draw the graph. So we're going to have this and this on there. So this is our cumulative frequency, and we're going up to 68. So we can go, I think we can go in 2 jumps now, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't fit or if it's too small, just do this in pencil so you can do it again. And down here we've got the points. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I would have had room to double them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Right. So we need to use, again, we need to use the points and the cumulative frequency for our coordinates. And we've got 1 point and 3 down there, 2 points and 8. These are worth a lot of marks because it takes so long to do this. 4 and 31, 5 and 49, 6 and 59. There, sorry, made a mistake. 7 and 65, and 8 and 68. About there, yeah. So again, try and join them up so that you get some kind of, or missed that bit a bit, so that's gonna affect it a little bit. So never mind anyway. So what can we do from this? We can work out the interquartile range. So we're going to work out the median, which is 68 divided by 2, which is 34. So let's mark 34 there for the median. The lower quartile is going to be 34 divided by 2, which is 17. So 17 is there, which is the lower quartile. And the upper quartile is going to be the sum of these two numbers. So that's 51. 51 is the upper quartile. And let's find the interquartile range. So we're going to go from here to here. There to there. And down to about that. And down there. Oh, I don't know what these numbers are going to be. So right, the lower quartile is this one, which I'm going to call 3.1, and the upper quartile, I'll call that 5.1 to make the maths easy. So the 5.1 minus 3.1 gives me the interquartile range of 2. Now, subsequent question, it could be, or additional question, what percentage scored 3 or less? 3 or less. So here is the 3 or less there. All the people above those lines scored 3 or less, and that is 16. So 16 scored 3 or less. There are 68 altogether. So if we go 16 divided by 68 times 100, we'll get the percentage. So let's grab the calculator for that one. 16 divided by 68 times 100 is 23.5%. 23.5%. Now, what percentage scored 5 or more? Right. So 5 or more is going to be everything below this line. So how many is that? So 68 minus 49 is 19. So 19 over 68 times 100 equals, so you've got to just be careful when you're going up and down. This will make a difference when we're doing grouped data. I divide by 68 times 100 is 20, call it 28%, yeah? So 28%. There we go. So that's 2 goes at a, where are we? 2 goes at discrete data, so now we're going to look at, let's come up a little bit, halfway between 2 pages, right, so we're going to look at grouped data now with a cumulative frequency graph, and what we're going to do is we're measuring the length of something, yeah, and the length is in millimeters, and we've got the frequency and the cumulative frequency, slightly different. So we're going to have the length, everything between 0 and 20, everything between 20 and 40, all the groups are the same width. Well, let's stop there. 40 and 60, 60 and 80, that is supposed to be an L in the middle, yeah, and 80 and 100. So the frequency of whatever we're measuring is going to be 11, hang on, get this right, 4, 11, 20, 15 and 6. And this will be in a table, and this will be printed for you. That's the information they give you. So, and the question is, use the graph to estimate the percentage of 70 millimeters or more. So we don't have to work out any interquartile ranges, yeah? So what we're going to do, right, okay, so let's do the cumulative frequency. So there's 4, 15, 35, 50 and 56. Right, so now we can start to draw the scales. And when you have all of these group data, don't worry about the scale at the bottom. Just put whole numbers in. Don't try and put different groups. So 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Again, wouldn't have been able to double it up. So this is the length. And don't forget all the labels and things, and here's the cumulative frequency. So we go up to 56, so we can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's enough. Right, now when we were doing just data on its own, we used to have to find a midpoint, but for here we find the biggest numbers here. So these are what we use for the coordinates, these numbers, because this is everything up to and including 20, and it's always this word to look out for with group data. You can never be accurate, you can only estimate. So let's do all the plots. So when we've got 20, we've got a cumulative frequency of 4, which is down there. When we've got 40, we've got 15. 60 gives us 35. 80 gives us, oh, I can go up to 100 as well, yeah, I forgot that. 80 goes up to 50. And 100 is 56. That's 90, isn't it? 90, 100. 56. Now, draw them up again. Something like this. Trying to get a lovely curve. Very difficult with a tablet, but anyway. Don't go beyond the data that we know about with these little coordinates. Don't be tempted to sort of make a nice curve over the end. Yeah, we can only deal with what we can see. Yeah. Now, notice how they've given us 70, which is in the middle of the 40 and the 60, or the 60 and the 80. So we don't know exactly. So this is why we have to estimate, and this is why we can't just say, 35 and all the ones below it over the total to give us a percentage. We need to use the graph. So we need to go for 70 mils. So from 70 millimeters, yeah, we're going to go up here to meet our line. There. And then we go backwards to the cumulative frequency, so we can estimate that the cumulative frequency for 70 millimeters is 45. Now, we need to have the estimate of 70, which is 45, or more. So it's the difference between 70 and the highest number here, which is 56. So we need 56 minus our 45, which is 11. So 11 measurements are greater or equal to 45. So it's going to be 11 out of 56 times 100 will give us the percentage of the measurements that are 11 or 70 mils and higher. There are 11 of them. As an estimate, 11 divided by 56 times 100. It's about a quarter, isn't it? So 19.6% equals 19.6%. That's the only question we've got on that one with the group data. So let's have a last one, which I believe is an actual example. So we'll whiz down so I'll get all the numbers right. Right. So here we've got some marks. So some students have taken the exam and they've given us their marks. So we've got 0 to 10. Oh, so it's going to be quite a few, but we only got 50. So 10, mark 20, 20, mark 30, and 30. Don't forget, this will be already printed for you, so you don't have to do all this kind of stuff. So 40, mark 50, and 50 greater than, mark less than, equal to 60. There you go. Didn't even have to go that far. Right, okay, so we don't need that one. Now, of course, we've got the frequency over here, and we've got the cumulative frequency over there. So we've got 20, 28, 40, 20, and 12. And the cumulative frequency, we're adding as we go along. 20, 48, 88, 108, and another 12 goes to 120. Right. So the question here, so it says that if you get 15 or fewer, you take another test. Estimate the percentage. Okay, estimate the percentage. Right, let's draw our cumulative frequency graph. So we do one down there, and so this is the bit that you're going to have to do, this bit. And what are we doing? Marks 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So let's spread it out a bit. 30, 40, 50. And so this label up marks. This is the cumulative frequency. It goes up to 120. So I go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 and 120. Okay, now let's draw the graph. So remembering that these are the numbers we use for our coordinates. So let's have a look. Now 10 and 20. 10 and 20. I've gone green, haven't I? 20 marks gives 48. It's about there. 30 marks gives 88, which is there. 40 marks gives 108. Makes a nice change during the exam if you get a question like this, and like endless algebra and geometry and things. Yeah, 50 marks gives 120. So again, do your best shot. Try and join these. Whoops, not very good at this. Try and join these up together. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Now, if you get 15 or fewer, you take another test. Estimate the percentage. So, 15 marks is down here. Go up to there. And we go across. So that looks, we'll call that, what, 36. 36. So 36 students will have to take another test. So if they ask you for how many, it's 36. Now the percentage to take another test are 36 over 120 times 100, which is 36 divided by 120 times 100 is 30. So 30% of the students have to take another test. So there is a couple of questions on group data and a couple of on discrete data for drawing cumulative frequency graphs.